Good morning. In the last video we have discussed about the parts of petrological microscope and its function. Now we are going to discuss about the mineral identification using the petrographic microscope or polarizing microscope or outline study of optical characters of mineral and behavior of light in thin section under the petrological microscope. So we can study the properties of light or to identify the minerals. We can use two types of light, that is plane polarized light or cross nickel. So in plane polarized light, analyzer is out or analyzer is absent, only polarizer present. The properties we can see under the plane polarized light, that is transparency, shape, habit or size, color, pleochroism, cleavage, relief, inclusion or alteration. So first is your transparency. A mineral is opaque if it appears totally black and stays black regardless of the rotation of the stage. The light cannot pass through the mineral at all. Since the petrographic microscope is designed for studying the transparent mineral, only we cannot get diagnostic reflected light information here. However, we can observe shape, habit, transparent inclusions where present. Usually the opaque minerals are either sulfides, example pyrite, chalcopyrite, etc., oxides, magnetite, hematite, ilmenite or graphite. If the mineral appears anything other than totally black, no matter what other color is observed, it means that the light passes through the mineral, so the mineral is transparent. So transparency means if under petrological microscope the minerals looks a color other than black color, then the mineral is transparent. If the color appears black, then the mineral is not transparent, either opaque mineral or oxides mineral. Okay, then second property under plane polarized light, that is shape or habit or size. So shape means that is either euhedral or subhedral or anhedral. Euhedral means the shape is well developed, means the outline of the mineral is clearly visible. Subhedral means intermediate visible. Anhedral means the outline of the mineral is not visible or clearly visible. So euhedral, if metamorphic, we call it idiomorphic, and subhedral hypidiomorphic and anhedral genomorphic. So what is habit? Habit means what is the crystal structure of the mineral, that is either isometric or prismatic or tabular or sheeted. Then size, estimated in millimeter based on the field of view determined from the magnification of the object and ocular lens. We can determine the size by the help of objective and ocular lens. So looking at the mineral boundaries, we can see the shape of the analyzed grain. In order to estimate the habit, several grains of the same mineral should be examined. If the grain boundaries are well developed with predictable interfacial angles, the grain is called euhedral. Okay, if the grain shows irregular boundaries only, the grain is anhedral. If the grain has both regular irregular boundaries, it is subhedral or hypidiomorphic. The shape and size of the grains are related to the condition of growth, that is crystallization. When crystals grow, depending on how favorable the conditions are, they may develop all of their crystal faces or none of them at all, no fiffored faces. So crystal grows as a shapeless ball, anhedral growth, or anything in between. So this is your crystal example of crystal shape. Here degree of crystal development and what is the name of the shape and what is in the metamorphic mineral. So this is your euhedral shape where outline is well developed and isometrically developed. Subhedral, here is a subhedral, the shape of the mineral is non-uniform, and anhedral, this is also non-uniform, irregular boundaries, not regular. So crystal habit, this is the crystal habit of the minerals. Crystal habit means what is the shape of a mineral. Okay, this is equant shape or equidimensional shape, this is columnar shape, this is tabular shape, this is lathe shape, this is fibrous shape, this is acicular or needle like, this is prismatic shape, this is sheep shape, this is rosette shape, this is skeletal shape. Minerals are shows this type of crystal habits. Next property is your cleavage. This is most important property in the plane polarized light or a mineral in under petrological microscope. Cleavage is the most important property. The cleavage are planar surface of low cohesion produced by weaker atom bonds across them, or they are visible when the cleavage is more or less vertical in the thin section. Cleavage is seen in thin section are linear expressions of the intersection of particular planes of crystal faces with the cut surface of the thin section. Some minerals may have their 3 good cleavages, example calcite. Some have a perfect cleavage, example mica, and some may have no cleavages at all, example olivine, which therefore has no preferred planes of splitting and gets fractured inside. The small mineral will always have the same cleavage. Same mineral will have same cleavage. The cleavage is said to be basal when it occurs perpendicular to the c-axis of the mineral and prismatic when it occurs parallel to the c-axis. Multiple, this is your cleavage set in calcite. Here is your one set cleavage, here is your one set, here is one set. 3 set cleavage seen in the calcite mineral. Multiple cleavages that produce geometric polygons are referred to using the name of the geometric polygon. This is your prismatic cleavage, this is your basal cleavage. Cleavage, that is quality and number of different cleavage plane is diagnostic of some mineral species. We can identify the minerals by the cleavage individually because the cleavage of different mineral is different. From the shape of the observed grain in thin section and quality and orientation of the cleavages, we can have an idea of the orientation of the section cut through the 3D grain morphology. So in amphiple there is 2 sets of cleavage at 120 degree and 60 degree. In pyroxene 2 sets of cleavage are there, that is at 90 degree angle. Next, one good cleavage in feldspar. Here is the example of one good cleavage. Here feldspar mineral, here garnet mineral. In garnet mineral cleavage, poor cleavage is seen, and in feldspar mineral 2 good cleavage, that is 2 set cleavage, one set here, one set here, one set cleavage is present. But in quartz cleavage is absent, and here is the mineral pyroxene. Here is the mineral pyroxene. In pyroxene also good cleavage, that is 2 sets of mineral cleavage are seen. Then next property is your color or absorption color. The mineral is colorless if it appears white. We see the white light source. If any other color is observed, the mineral is colored. Here is the color of the mineral. This mineral, the color of this mineral is brown, the color of this mineral is brownish white, and this is green color. So different mineral have different color in the thin section. So next property is your pleochroism. The term pleochroism comes from Greek pleos, that is many, chromos means color. A mineral shows pleochroism when the absorption color changes when the stage is rotated. It means that absorption of specific light wavelengths depend on the crystal orientation. This happens when the mineral is anisotropic, and all anisotropic colored mineral have pleochroic. So there are two substances are there. One is your isotropic substance, another is your anisotropic substance. Isotropic substance means the all properties are same in all direction. Anisotropic substance means the properties are different in different directions. So pleochroism property seen in only anisotropic substance. However, intensity of pleochroism, that is changing of color, can be different. Common examples shown here include strong pleochroism of biotite and hornblende. Pleochroism is described as the strong, moderate or weak, and the color variation is described from the lightest to darkest color. Pleochroism from light yellowish green to dark bluish green. So pleochroism means variation of color. Here is the hornblende and biotite. Hornblende, see here hornblende color is dark, here hornblende color is light. Same here, biotite is dark black color or gray color, here brown color. So this is the difference of color or variable color shown by one mineral. This is called pleochroism. The next property is your relief. Refractive index is a measure of the speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in given material. The higher the refractive index, the slower the light propagation in the mineral. So relief refers to the relative difference in refractive index between neighboring crystals. So although relief is most useful as a comparative term, the relief can be positive or negative compared to a reference material of fixed known refractive index. Some minerals show higher relief than others. This reference standard is resin, which has a known refractive index. So here left is a low relief of quartz. It can hardly be distinguished from the resin because the refractive index of quartz and resins are very similar. See, here is the low refractive index, means if the mineral outline of mineral is not clearly visible. Here moderate relief, here high relief. In high relief, the outline of mineral clearly visible. The all minerals with relief higher than the resin have positive relief, and all minerals with lower relief than the resin have negative relief. Next property under the plane polarized light is your inclusions or alterations. Minerals can have inclusions which can be solid, other fine grained minerals, or fluid, liquid or gas inclusion. Inclusions means that mineral or substance present in the minerals or rock which is not actual composition of the mineral. Choose a higher magnification objective and description the inclusion if present, transparent or opaque, colorless or colored, relief, etc. If then what is alteration? If one mineral is altered to the another mineral, then it is called alteration. Can appear at the margin of the analyzed mineral or along its cleavages or cracks. Describe the alteration mineral separately using a higher magnification objective. So this is all about the mineral property of mineral under plane polarized light. In the next video we will study about the properties of mineral under crushed nickel. Thank you.